Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another video. It's your fellow brown guy, and we are reacting to comedians on Indians by Laugh Planet. I'm an Indian, and I'm excited to check out what comedians think about Indians, right? Hopefully, good things, I guess. Without any further ado, let's get right into it.
I'm not worried about Islamic.
Here we go.
I'm not worried about Islamic suicide bombers. They can only do it once. A Hindu suicide bomber, that is more of a threat.
What? They can only do it what?
Can only do it once. A Hindu suicide bomber, that is more of a
Once?
threat.
What do you mean they can only do it once? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, now I get it. Reincarnation.
Because of the reincarnation.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
You gotta be easy with women, man. You gotta, because black people, we got game naturally. Brothers, we know how to talk to them. We know how to just say that shit. Sometimes them African dudes, they don't know what to say. They just so angry. What do you call yourself? What is your name? You talk to me. You see I'm talking to you in the front row. You don't want to talk to me? Fuck you. Get out. And your ass be laid out. I think that's some cool shit to ask. I tell you what ain't sexy is that Indian shit. I'm sorry, the Indian people. You know them motherfuckers at 7-Eleven.
Are you telling me that we Indians don't have breasts?
Sexy shit. I don't give a fuck. Ladies, you do not want that on top of you on a Saturday night. I'm going to give it to you. I know you want it, you dirty bitch. I know you want it. I'm going to give you my Pakistani beef, you mother.
This is just racist. This is just straight up racist, man.
I know you want it. I'm going to give you my Pakistani beef, you mother bugger.
Oh yeah, Pakistani
Say
beef.
my
That
name,
makes
say
sense.
Punjab. It's not...
God damn.
Oh god, it's not that bad. Some of us has got race, maybe not me, but there are some Indians out there who's got race. I don't just make fun of us like that. Together.
Damn, handsome ass Indian, look at you. Are you Indian or Pakistani? Indian? Yeah. Relax, there's fucking...
Okay, I don't blame
You
him.
don't have to get that excited.
A lot of us look the same, yeah.
Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, what are you? No shit, motherfucker. I'm saying,
boy.
what's the background? Why y'all take so long for this shit? From Bombay. And what, you just naming more shit that you know doesn't... What's their religious background? They're not religious either? What about their parents? You don't know them? You know I know you're lying, right? You know I know you're lying right now.
I mean,
None of us ever met a non-religious...
see, India is Hindu majority country, but there are all kinds of people out there. For instance, I am not that religious, to be honest. I was born into a Hindu family. My parents are religious. He could be a guy who's actually agnostic or an atheist.
None of us ever met a non-religious... Indian parent non-religious? That's what he gotta say, 'cause
probably.
he's growing Indian. That's why.
Why are you just laughing like that,
They
man?
weren't feeling that shit, were they? What's your back? You're Asian, right, miss? What type of Asian? You're
Taiwanese.
Taiwanese?
Okay.
That's a good one. Nah, that's a good one. That's
What do you
like
mean, good
China
one?
2.0. Right? Because Taiwanese, right? I'm getting that right. Taiwanese were like, fuck it, we out. And then they were like, Japan's too far. Let's just stop right here. This island's good. We're not going all the way.
I was in for a little laugh, but see, when I see Family Guy, it's fine. But a lot of these comedians actually believe what they're saying, man.
You're like
This is
those
Andrew,
Indians-
this is that guy's
those
name,
Indians
isn't it?
are like, we're going to America. And then the first island, they're like, fuck it, pull over. This is far enough. I'm ready. They were so close, bro. Now they out there in the Caribbean thunderclapping.
Caribbean
They went
thunder
from-
clapping. Oh, man. The winner of like the Golden Buzzer in America's Got Talent was The Unbeatable. That's a dance crew.
All right, what type of
Yeah, who am I telling?
Punjabi?
Punjab.
Sick? Sick. That's what's
Sick. Yeah, I knew that was
Six,
coming.
man. Those are the
Fucking
dudes
six.
that wear the turban and shit. And they got that
Turban
bracelet,
six.
that little silver bracelet.
They do?
That's a
Oh,
badass
I
bracelet.
didn't know that.
No, for real. Because back in the day,
There are a lot of Indians out there, isn't there?
badass bracelet. No, for real. Because back in the day, that
There
used to
are a
be
lot of Indians
sheath
out there.
that would protect them from swords. Because the Sikhs were the warrior class of people in India. And then over the years, you know, the
That
meaning
is
has
true.
changed. Now it's used to rest on the steering wheel of an Uber. But
Ooh. That is true. That is true.
son,
There are a lot of Indian blue collar
they
workers
got
out there.
that bracelet locked on that steering wheel and all.
But actually, it's on you, America, because you don't have that many blue collar workers, so you have to get our help to go from one place to another.
They ain't never crashing, dude. Never crashing. You let Vishnu take the wheel, dog. Nah, that's Hindu, ain't it? That's Hindu. Did I get that right at least? I got that one. You got that one? Perfect. Were your parents okay with you dating a black guy? They were
Surprisingly,
surprisingly
okay.
okay with it? Man, your sister must be a doctor. You got a younger brother. And he's doing everything right. I love fucking, that's what's up. That's that brown parents shit. Brown parents don't give a fuck about the daughter, bro.
Dude, what? No fucking way.
Daughter
Dude,
is meaningless, yo. It's just taking up food that the son could be
okay.
eating.
Okay. At some point, I'm gonna lose it. Probably.
Your brother needs some chicken, bitter. Bitter. Bitter, please. Bitter, please.
Alright.
He's a growing boy.
When was this taken? Was it like, is it an old one or something?
You clearly don't need it because you're dating black guys.
Alright, I know it's a joke, but
Look at all these Indian faces. Jesus Christ.
I don't mind Russell making fun of it.
Look at your brown bag.
Russell Peters is probably an exception for me, okay? He can make fun of all Indians as he wants because he's got the Indian card, right? He is rooted in India, so I think he's out of this, I guess.
Indians just look upset that they had to spend money to be here tonight, don't you? That's the look on their face. Just
That's probably true.
This is bullshit.
That is true.
I don't know why I'm spending money to see someone that looks just like me.
Oh yeah, he did that. I cannot
Look in
do
the
that.
mirror. For free.
Yeah.
We are an
I gotta
endless
learn that,
supply
man.
of cheap jokes. And you know what the best thing about it is? Indian people, we're proud of our cheapness. You're never going to insult us by calling us cheap. That's the best part, you know.
Yeah, probably.
You walk up to an Indian, you guys are cheap. Thank you for noticing. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. That guy just called you cheap. No, no, no. He pronounced it cheap, but what he was saying was smart. Very smart, he was saying. We're cheap. You know, here's the thing, too. It's not like I'm up here going, you Indian people are cheap, and I'm the one that's not. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I'm just as fucking cheap as you. The difference is now I have money. I'm just cheap in better stores. I'll be looking at like an Armani shirt. I hate when this happens. I'm looking at a shirt from like a high-end designer, and I flip the tag over, and I see made in India. I'm stuck with a real dilemma. I'm like, shit. Do I buy this?
See, made
do
in
I
India
call my
products are not that bad.
I wonder if he knows where this factory is.
Now you are performing where I don't, English
Wait.
isn't the first language by a stretch.
Just audio? Okay, it's just audio, I guess. Right?
What are some of the places around the world now that you've been to in the last year?
I've been everywhere from like Helsinki, Finland to Mumbai, India. It was, yeah.
And so an idiot thinks, oh, so all the tourists that are in town in Mumbai, you're
You
like
know what's funny? It's the joke I forgot to do when I wanted, because they're all fucking telemarketers, half of them over there talking to us. And it's the joke I forgot to do because it was the last stop on the tour. I wanted to say, I was gonna open with that. Like, I probably talked to half of you fuckers already. By the way, I know your name isn't Cliff. But I gotta tell you, Matt, that I had so much fun in India.
Telemarketers.
How? Describe, please.
Because they're fucking hilarious people. They're ball breakers, and they're just like, I called this podcast, and stand-up is new over there. Like, they're in like their Lenny Bruce years. Like, people get in trouble and shit. So I called in this podcast. I was like in Australia, and I called this podcast to hype the show, and the guys were all comedians, and they were going like, yeah, when you come here, you should talk about this. You should talk about politics. And maybe. And they just kept going down that road. Then I'm like, wait a minute, do you guys talk about this shit? And they start laughing. And I go, you guys are going to get me fucking arrested. And they died laughing like they were just setting me up. Like, it's not like you would literally get arrested. But it's like, you could get in trouble. Or like, you'd have to basically, like, Singapore.
In India, yes, you can get in trouble for talking about politics. Yes.
Like
people have been arrested
all
for
those
that.
years ago. And I was sitting there worrying about that. And they don't want you to talk about religion. They don't want you to talk about all this shit. But like, if you just come there,
right,
and you just do your spot and then leave, that's not going to happen. But if you set up shop there, and every week they'd have to be getting complaint after complaint after complaint after complaint, and then finally it's like a jerk off job. Some guy finally comes down there. It's like, hey, can you knock it off? Can you just stop it so we don't have to beat the shit out of you? And you're like, all right. So it's not.
That's about it, I guess. See, the jokes were funny. Most of the jokes were funny. Okay, I'm not complaining. They were good jokes, and they were good comedians. I'm a big fan of Russell Peters. I like Andrew Schultz. I have seen some of his shows, and yeah, they were not bad. But the thing is now, like, the reason I'm feeling a little bad about some of these jokes are not because like they were a bit racist. That doesn't affect me, but because of how ignorant some of these jokes are. The whole idea of like considering all Indians have a certain kind of accent, all Indians being brown, to be honest, because all Indians are not brown. If you go to different parts of India, different people have different kind of color, right? I think I'm kind of more of a little bit brownish, but like, if you go to places like Kashmir in India, they kind of look very white. They're like as white as white people, or maybe whiter than them. If you go to places like Manipur in India, which is like the eastern part, an average person out there, Manipuri looks like a bit North Korean or maybe even South Korean. So like, if you go to different parts of India, like, people are of different color. You cannot like generalize India. This is not exactly like the only dance that we do. We have all kinds of dance forms, and on a global scale, India has been doing pretty well in dancing, to be honest. The second one, man, that kind of hurt me a little bit. I know these are just jokes, man. I don't know, I shouldn't take offense to these kind of shit. When it comes from ignorance, right, it feels a little bad. And I do believe these are not like recent ones. It's like a bit old, actually. In recent times, right, I don't know if it is just me. Like, a lot of Americans are like trashing on Indians for some reason. To be honest, yes, Indians also does like really bad shit on social media, especially on Twitter. To the other side as well, like, there's like a lot of religious tension going on within India and like outside India as well. A little bit of Islamophobia, anti-Semitism because of the war that was being going on with Israel-Palestine, and the other war between invasion, Putin invading Ukraine, America's interference and all those things, the elections, Trump, Elon Musk. Oh man. And Indians get caught up in all these things for some reason here and there. I'm not saying it's not Indians' fault. Like, a lot of Indians put their heads right into these, especially this religious shit. I've been seeing like a little bit of targeted racism towards India from some Americans. And these are some Americans are targeting like maybe some Indians specifically, but whenever they make a tweet, it's like categorized as if like they're targeting the broad community of Indians about all these religions, about everything else. I believe there's something called humanity, and that's what I'm holding on to. It's dying away, I'm pretty sure it's dying away. At least for now, I'm gonna hold on to that. All right. That's what makes us human, right? If you have some humanity, hit the thumbs up button and the subscribe button too. If you want to watch these kind of reactions, let me know down in the comment section below. If there's any other video that you want me to check out, let me know in the comment section below as well. And I'll see you guys next video. Good night and goodbye.